Welcome back everyone to the channel, and welcome back to our save of Metal Gear Solid 2. Well, we've been having we had a rough time of it yesterday. Not gonna lie, not gonna try and deflect. We did very well in places, but then we got to the Olga fight and we got panned, which was disappointing. Is my mic not on? Yeah, it's on, it's fine. Then we did really well again, and then we got to the bit in the corridor with the shoot. It's basically a lot of the very actiony bits are causing me problems, so I do put it down to how do I phrase this without looking absolutely terrible? Obviously I'm out of practice. The control scheme as well isn't typical FPS, because it's not a typical FPS. But anyway, let's jump in.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows
So he's doing his speech and we've got to sneak through.
Worse yet,
I'm bleeding. I need to stop that or I'll use this last ration for the sake of it as well.
Rogue states.
Because I don't want them spotting the blood trail.
Their own Metal Gear Force to compete with the US's nuclear
But yeah,
the world is
flashes of brilliance, but
these Metal Gear derivatives.
not quite clicking yet, was the summary of yesterday.
We initiated
I know what to do, I just can't execute it.
pirated weapons forces.
Which way do I go? I go this way.
Stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Down on the ground, under this projector.
With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation.
7 minutes is plenty of time as long as we don't.
The Marine Corps and our Ray have accomplished this. This weapon will render all
So
other
that guy
Metal Gears
in front of me
Nations
steps
building
forward.
Their own Metal Gear Force would think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance.
Fuck it, we're going for it. We're going for it. Beautiful. Through the first section with no real problems.
The Marine Corps will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that
I almost got snagged at the end there, though.
Aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of the raid. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air
projector switches, so I need to be as quick as I can.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this
ideally I want to be through this before they start exercising.
The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy.
Take that guard in front out.
Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project.
I missed the window.
But I promise you that they will not succeed.
Lights back on, please.
You must be
I missed the window.
Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Up. Down.
Right, we good.
Right.
Just gotta wait this out.
Down. Front. Down.
So we weren't quite as quick as I'd have liked.
Front.
At least the timer on the speech just stopped.
Getting back to the top of the hand. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war.
Quick.
As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty.
behind here. Oh, we're doing
Metal
perfect.
Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Army's Rex.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get the Easter eggs with the camera because it's just how it works.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
because I've loaded in it as it's safety.
The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
It's on.
Okay, we're finally there. So, this is the new Metal Gear. Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
Onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System.
Which way do I go
identifies
first?
targets with unerring accuracy.
I think I go
takes
left
them out
first.
with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon. And it is yours to guard.
The computer's on the
You all think
right,
about
yeah?
what that means.
So that means I'm
This new
left.
model of Metal Gear is
go.
codenamed Ray, after the great
If I
Manta.
go that way,
Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before.
shit, we've been.
We have intelligence that there
What
are
was that?
anti-Metal
What
Gear
alerted
terrorists
it?
planning to target the ship.
Don't scare me like that, Jesus Christ.
Intruder to the right! Intruder to the left!
Let's get the Marines logo.
Intruder in the back!
Good.
Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times. Let's continue.
Not gonna lie. Shit, a small brick there.
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads.
Camera.
But even you will have heard rumors that he was
From the left, and now we just need one from the right.
Cover-up costed his influence in the
This has gone smooth so far.
The Metal
I did
Gear
a practice
Rex
run yesterday
development on
just
Shadow
so I
Moses
didn't
was
embarrass
supposedly
myself
the first
again.
preparatory measure taken
On
against
that
the
practice
future
run, I was just
possibility
going
of
3
reduced
times.
nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations.
Just didn't want to embarrass myself again.
But if this theory is correct,
We had such a wretched time yesterday with Olga. Didn't want to repeat. Had no interest. Camera.
Industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces.
Job's a good one.
That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
I'm just going to admire your speech for a little while, my friend. Have myself a
Operation and
cigarette.
development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we
Mighty
cannot
fine
afford to play
speech,
that
my
Russian
friend.
roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. The brain drain of nuclear specialists
Snake don't
and the
give no
black market
shit.
trade in weapons grade plutonium has been
I think we just upload the photos. No reason to dilly-dally. He's basically like, this is Metal Gear Ray. Its dick is yay big. and we'll slap people around silly. Like, we get the gist. Spread for 2.221. Oh, sorry, 2.21.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake?
We missed a few Easter eggs because of
first
not
image
streaming,
is...
having to load, deleted all
You're
the
a pretty
pictures in
good
the
photographer.
camera.
We can definitely use this left shot.
But if you bring in pictures of like the half-naked ladies, he goes, "Ooh, this is not what you should be photoing," and then he goes, "I'll save it for later." And if you send him the one of the topless guy with the six-pack, he basically makes a oh, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, gay joke.
The next image is...
You can send him a picture of a Marine with no trousers
right
as well, which makes him
bag.
break out laughing.
Next up is...
I mean, it doesn't really, but we'll take it. Right, now we got a shit long
We,
cutscene.
the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Holy hell, we've got like
Is there a
10,
point to
11
this
people watching.
sad
That's big
story?
numbers.
You were the
Tiny stream of that
land,
high.
friends, dignity,
Yo,
all sold to the
God.
highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Nule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Gurlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous! Stop!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Get out of my mind, Liquid!
the price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
Have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Ocelot doing the dirty.
Snake!
So we're going to do the transition from the tanker to Big Shell. Love throwing in these sort of quotes as Metal Gear Solid as a series.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The Big Shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the Big Shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the Big Shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the Big Shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The President?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the President and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant's struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part.
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the back button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the back button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
Yeah, we know.
The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Raiden. The gaming industry's most famous, or infamous, bait and switch. So do you want to... That mask is getting in the way of the crawl. I want that ration. Oh fuck, it's so hard to see. Right, what else is there in here? Nothing. God damn you, Raiden. God damn you. Get out of there. You think this is a fucking game? Clear. How about the water?
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower, left and right to face those directions.
The O2 gauge will appear on...
Yeah. I don't need you to teach me this shit. I can figure it out. Point down. I see something. Thermal goggles, so it was worth it coming into the water. Beautiful. So I think we're only going to do until the elevator today. We've got 2 rations. And these thermals. Oh, I completely forgot all the fucking around with the Soliton radar. And the fucking nodes.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man?
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not
the shit
nerd.
With the fucking nodes.
Node.
At least we only have to do the node
Use
stuff
the node
like once for
to
each
gain
area.
access to the Big Shell's
Just makes
facilities
it a little
network.
bit trickier.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node.
Yeah, there's a lot of
The
tutorials for this
nanomachines in your
second
body
part
will
of
take
the
care
game.
of the security
Well,
clearance
second
and allow
main
you
part,
access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
So I need to figure out where I'm going to stand, where I'm going to hide when the guards come to. I think here's a good spot. Alternatively, there's always the gamble is to go here. Do you reckon play it safe or do we gamble? Play it safe or gamble. Play it safe or gamble. Yeah, I'm not going to use my real name. So we'll just what have you got for a smooth goose? I am from Mongolia. Smooth goose, the famous Mongolian smooth goose. Type 1, blood on, cutscene full screen, caption on.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now.
Very aware there's guards
Remember
coming
your
too.
VR
Is
training
now the time,
sessions.
really?
The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their
Well,
field
thank
of
you for
vision.
previewing that.
Your radar isn't
It
affected by the
looks
weather, but if you're discovered by an
that
enemy,
way.
you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently
We've
existing
got to go
technology.
with the area I named the safest
You
spot.
won't be able to use it in an area with
Looks
strong
good.
harmonic resonance, so be careful. The big shell...
Yeah, we know all this shit. Oh, fuck. Basically, our bitch is like, this is how you save. We need to scramble.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
I'm aware, that's what I'm doing. You almost gave me away.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Oh, there's a third one. Did I pick a bad spot? I think we're... Yeah, we're fine. I think. There's the lift. Just got to outlive the caution. Nice. So that guard on the left is the one I was worried about. Is it one of them that'll leave on this caution?
Return to your positions. Stay sharp.
Nope. Oh god damn it, I was kind of banking on one of them going, have I got anything to throw? So you know that room that I came from, I was kind of banking on one of them going that way. Because now I'm kind of stuck. So he comes down, and he goes right. So it's that one in the top right I need to be careful. I need to gauge my movement by. Right, just gonna come up. Right, we've got to get ready to break now. Fuck off! I got caught on the wall. That's bullshit. Would I have made it if I didn't get caught on the wall? It's not the end of the world.
Terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR
So
training
upset.
after all.
I couldn't.
Stay
That
extra
I'm not
sharp
the
until you
environment.
can find a node to log in
So
from.
anxious to know if that would have got me out of it.
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and
Should
C.
I have gone to choke out
And
the
the
guy?
president?
Rather than
Seems he
just
was
sprinting
spotted on
past?
strut B.
Strut B?
We're on hard mode, so we don't have a gun to start with. We've got to get the SOCOM or the M9.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Right, we'll do this next area. And then we're going to leave it. Fuck! Make himself first a bit. Never gets old. Comment, por favor.
That area is caked with seagull droppings. You'll slip if you run over it. Be careful.
We don't have a gun to shoot at the birds just yet. So where is our... Wait, we need the M9. On low difficulties you start with the M9, I believe, but which was half the problem I had there. Lift has gone back down. Aha!
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Right. We're going to leave the episode there for today. Much better. I know it was a lot of exposition and story, but I'm very happy with how sneaking through the speech went. I did do a quick run yesterday. Got spotted like 3 or 4 times, and we didn't get spotted once, which is definitely good. More of that, please, as we go on. So let's save the game.
What's up, Jack?
We're going to leave it here today. And have to deal with cutscene of Rose and Jack.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
I don't care!
Again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Right. So, good start. Well, considering from the start of the game it's been patchy in places, admittedly. Never going to disguise the fact that Olga didn't go smoothly, but we play it as it is. It's the only problem with not being fully warmed up. Sometimes you do get shit that goes down. But we're going to leave Metal Gear Solid opening there. I'm not sure when we pick up where we'll do up to. Maybe up to Fat Man or just before Fat Man. But we'll be back possibly tomorrow. I don't know. It depends how my shift at work goes. It's a long one tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have The Last of Us all ready by Friday to finish that off. So definitely going to get a march on this week. So going to leave it there. Hope you've all enjoyed your weekend. It's Monday. Fucking hell, I'm losing track of days. Lockdown. Fucking hell. Yeah. Have a good night. See you soon.